The mist hangs low over the water, clinging to the tall, silent reeds. In the quiet of the early morning, the world seems to hold its breath. A slight movement ripples through the dense grasses near the riverbank. A small, delicate creature steps out from the shadows. Its coat matches the color of dried earth and winter branches. Its large, dark eyes scan the reeds. At first glance, simply a deer, no larger than a medium-sized dog. It lowers its head to drink, then lifts it. At first glance, it looks harmless, until you notice the fangs. In the quiet, waterlogged landscapes of East Asia and parts of Europe, a creature of ancient lineage moves like a ghost through the reeds. To science, it is known as Hydropoctes inermis, a name that perfectly encapsulates its essence. The first part, Hydropoctes, is Greek for water drinker. This is more than just a casual observation. The water deer's entire existence is woven into the fabric of rivers, marshes, and damp woodlands. Water is its sanctuary, its larder, and its escape route. The second part, inermis, is Latin for unarmed. This might seem like a contradiction for an animal nicknamed for its fearsome teeth, but it refers to a key characteristic, its complete lack of antlers. Unlike the familiar stags and bucks that crown themselves with bony branches, the male water deer remains bareheaded his entire life. This makes it a living relic, a window into the early evolution of the deer family. But it's the deer's other name that captures the imagination, the vampire deer. This dramatic moniker comes from the striking tusk-like canine teeth that can grow over 2 inches long in the males. The nickname, however, is entirely misleading. The water deer is a gentle herbivore with a diet of tender grasses, reeds, herbs, and other lush vegetation found in its wetland home. It poses no threat to other animals. So, if not for hunting, what are the fangs for? They are a tool for social signaling and combat, serving the exact same purpose as antlers in other deer species. During the mating season, males use these formidable tusks to intimidate rivals and defend their territory. It's a different evolutionary solution to the same fundamental challenges, securing a mate and passing on your genes. Native to the river valleys and coastal wetlands of China and Korea, this is a small, compact species standing only about half a meter tall at the shoulder. Its thick, coarse brown coat provides excellent insulation and allows it to vanish seamlessly into the dense undergrowth, a crucial adaptation for a creature that often lives a solitary life. They are also remarkably strong swimmers. When faced with danger, a water deer won't hesitate to plunge into a river, using the current to carry it to safety. They readily cross wide bodies of water to find new feeding grounds or escape predators. These impressive tusks are exclusive to the males. Females, or does, also have canines, but they are tiny and rarely visible. The buck's fangs are rooted in powerful facial muscles, giving him surprising control. He can angle them backward while grazing to keep them out of the way, and then snap them forward into a threatening posture when confronting a rival. A truly unique adaptation for a truly unique deer. To understand the water deer's fangs, we must journey deep into the past, into the evolutionary story of all deer. It's a tale of adaptation and divergence, where different branches of the family tree found unique solutions to the timeless challenges of survival and reproduction. The earliest deer, emerging millions of years ago, did not have the magnificent antlers we know today. Instead, many of these primitive species bore long, tusk-like canines, particularly the males. In dense forests and thick undergrowth, these sharp canines were the original tools of combat and display. They were lightweight, permanently fixed, and brutally effective for settling disputes over territory and mates. But evolution is relentless. A new strategy emerged: antlers. Growing and shedding these bony structures each year demanded a colossal investment of energy and minerals like calcium and phosphate. This annual regrowth served as an honest signal of a male's health and genetic quality. For most deer lineages, the advantages of large, intimidating antlers for display and shoving matches outweighed the benefits of tusks. As antlers became the dominant weapon, the need for long canines diminished and they gradually receded. But not all deer followed this path. The water deer is often called primitive, not because it is inferior, but because it represents a living link to the past, retaining ancient traits that most of its relatives left behind. Along with the closely related musk deer, it belongs to a branch of the deer family that never made the complete switch to antlers. Instead of investing in disposable headgear, they stuck with the original blueprint and refined it for their wetland world. Studying these animals offers a precious living window into survival strategies that were once widespread across the entire deer family. So what exactly are these fangs? They are dramatically overgrown upper canines rooted deep within the skull. Sharp, slender, and gently curved backwards, they can grow up to 2 inches long in adult males. Their primary purpose is not for feeding, but for ritualized combat between males during the rutting season. Unlike the shoving matches of antlered deer, water deer fights are fast, dynamic, and dangerous. Rivals circle each other, heads lowered, before launching into rapid slashing attacks aimed at the head, neck, and shoulders of their opponent. While these duels can look vicious, fatalities are rare. The wounds inflicted are usually shallow but painful gashes. The torn ears and facial scars seen on mature bucks tell the story of their past battles. The victor proves his strength and fitness, earning the right to mate and pass his successful genes to the next generation. These formidable teeth are not rigidly fixed. They anchor deep within the upper jaw, and a complex system of facial muscles gives the deer remarkable control over their position. When relaxed or grazing, the fangs lie tucked back, almost flat against the face. But during a confrontation, they can be flared outwards and forwards, transforming from a hidden feature into a clear signal of aggression and a potent weapon. They are a testament to an alternative evolutionary path, an elegant, if startling, solution to an ancient problem, perfectly honed by millions of years of natural selection. The water deer is by nature a solitary and secretive animal, a ghost of the wetlands. It moves through its world largely unseen, a master of concealment, its life woven into the dense tapestry of the reed beds. Unlike many deer species that form large, conspicuous herds, these creatures prefer a quiet life alone. Social gatherings are rare and fleeting, typically reserved for the brief, tense period of the rut. An adult male, or buck, establishes and patrols a small, well-defined territory. This personal kingdom, often just a few acres of prime reed bed, is meticulously managed. By day, he rests in a shallow depression known as a form, a simple bed scraped from the earth, where he remains almost invisible. As the light fades, he emerges at dawn and dusk to feed on grasses, herbs, and tender reeds. Encounters with other deer are often tense and competitive, especially between rival males whose territories border one another. A buck defends his small world vigorously, using posture and his formidable tusks to see off intruders. Females, or does, are also generally solitary, though they may be seen with their young. They are remarkably prolific, often giving birth to 1 to 3 fawns and sometimes more. For the first few weeks, these tiny, exquisitely camouflaged fawns lie perfectly still in the undergrowth while the mother forages nearby. Their spotted coats are their first line of defense. She returns periodically to nurse, communicating with soft calls and gentle nudges, reinforcing a bond that is crucial for survival. Their small size makes them vulnerable to a range of predators, from eagles and wildcats to foxes and even domestic dogs. Survival depends on remaining unseen, using the dense cover of the landscape to their advantage. One moment they are visible, nibbling at the edge of a clearing. The next, they have vanished without a trace. Communication is subtle, a language of scent. Glands on their face, particularly the large preorbital gland near the eye and between their toes, leave chemical messages for others to read. But when stealth fails and danger is imminent, a sharp, explosive bark, startlingly dog-like, cuts through the quiet of the reeds, a sudden shocking alarm in a world of silence. The natural home of the water deer is a relatively small corner of the world. They are native to the lower Yangtze in China and the Korean peninsula, riverbanks, marshes, and coastal islands, part of complex, ancient wetland ecosystems. In the 19th and 20th centuries, a few were imported to Europe. Some escaped. In the United Kingdom, mild, damp climates and farmland mosaics suited them well. They established in wetlands and woodlands, especially Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire, and Norfolk. With few predators and ample food, numbers grew. Today, a significant share of the global population lives in England. Familiar, if still exotic, for those who know where to look. In Asia, their future is less secure, habitat loss from drainage, dams, and expanding cities. Poaching for meat and tusks adds pressure. Listed as vulnerable, laws and reserves in China and Korea aim to protect wetlands and wildlife. And so, as the evening light fades, we return to the water's edge. The mist gathers. A small, shadowy form moves through the reeds. It moves with a timeless, cautious grace, a solitary spirit in a changing world. Not a monster of myth, but a creature of subtlety and resilience, its fangs a symbol of an ancient lineage. It reminds us there is more than one way to be a deer, more than one design for survival. The water deer asks only for a patch of wet ground and tall grass, hidden and safe. In a world where appearances deceive, the vampire deer reminds us that nature still holds secrets, waiting quietly in the mist.